This video is going to show you the most efficient ways to finish the endurance training quests in Fortnite. My name is Onyi. Please use my code ONY in the Fortnite item store, and if you enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Just like all of our other Dragon Ball quests, you only have to complete a total of 3 in order for it to qualify you to getting a Dragon Ball. Why does this matter? Because you need a total of 7 to unlock Shenlong. If you complete all of the quests, you'll be closer to unlocking all of these emotes and everything else in the game. As a side note, a lot of these challenges are actually bugged at the moment, so you won't be able to complete all of them, but you will be able to complete enough of them to complete your endurance training in order to get a Dragon Ball for Shenlong. The current challenges that are bugged are swimming in icy water. I have attempted this at both Lotus, Logjam, all of the icy rivers around the entire snow biome, and also other water locations around the map. And also the Dragon Ball Adventure Island ones are also bugged. You're meant to be loading into a creative map to complete these 2 challenges for collecting capsules and also collecting Dragon Balls, but unfortunately the map does not exist. So if you copy this code out perfectly and then you go into creative and you paste this number in and you press enter, it will say that the island code is invalid. Now I assume within the next 24 hours this will be live, and I'll be making a separate video on those 2 challenges standalone. So quest number 1, surviving storm phases. All you have to do is survive the storm closing in. You can get approximately 4 of these every single game if you survive to the end, but all you have to do is play the game and not die pretty much off spawn, and you should be able to complete this very, very easily. This is one that you complete naturally over time, so I wouldn't recommend actually going out of your way to complete this. Our next quest here, gain 150 shield in 3 different matches. I'm going to be changing my game mode to squads and be selecting no fill here because there's a location that you can land in order to get shield really easily. So the reason I'm playing squads and not solos is number 1, I don't want to get contested for my drop, and people aren't going to land here in squads because there's not enough loot for an entire squad, and on top of that as well, I don't want to kill my KD in solos. Once you've loaded into a game, all you have to do is open up your map, zoom in around Greasy Grove, and this little area here under this big patch of mushrooms you want to be landing at. As a side note, if you're just going to be playing a few games today anyway, you can just play those games like normal and you will end up doing this challenge naturally over time as long as you don't die within the first few minutes of a game. This will require you to take some damage and then to drink 2 minis in between, but other than that, it should be really easy to do. So you can land either on backside or on the mushrooms here directly. I'm going to be landing on the front of this just so I can get the first mushroom off the rip very easily. And if you land on this mushroom here, this will give you a total of 15 shield. Now, each mushroom that you can bounce on can give you a total of 30 shield, but you need to wait for it to recharge. So while that's recharging, I'm actually going to eat just a few of the mushrooms around it, and I think you're starting to piece together why this location is so good. And now that mushroom has recharged itself, I'm going to jump back on it. I'm going to be getting an additional 15 shield here. There's normally a couple trees that people have planted around here, but you don't have to go here. You've also got these barrels here, which I'm going to be collecting. I'm going to be starting a burst battle because I still have that other challenge to complete from a little while back that is one that just takes time. Then I'm going to go to this mushroom here and I'm going to jump on this one, and then I'm going to jump on one more of them for another total of 30. Be careful not to jump on the others so you have that perfect amount of shield. You don't have to do it in that exact order. There's more barrels here. You have more mushrooms on the floor here. You have more mushrooms to jump on here as well. The next part of this challenge, you actually have to take 50 shield damage so you can get that 150 total. Now you can run into a ball, but the actual best technique for doing this is going to the gas canisters here on the backside and taking explosive damage. Fire damage only hurts your white health, so you actually have to get hit by the explosion, and then you can just go to the other mushrooms. You have to repeat this process in another 2 games in order to get it completely done, but it's very easy to do, and I recommend landing on some guns off the rip just in case another person comes here, you have something to defend yourself with. But for this quest, we have to land at Lotus Logjam, and it's a little bit more complicated than you would think because you're going to get pushed by people and other people are going to be landing here also. There's a few techniques and rotations you can take out of here because the next step of this one will be going here to Shifty shafts, but at the moment, first things first, we've got to land at Lotus Logjam. Make sure you land on one of the buildings here or within the area, because if you land too much on the outskirts, it won't count for the challenge. I'm going to be aiming for the backside building here. Try and get some shield or some guns off the rip because this is going to be a contested drop. So once we've landed there, you want to rotate out towards the northwest side and you want to go here and get a grappler. From the point of getting a grappler, there's actually 2 rotations in which you can take. One of them is going to be you rotating to the top of this mountain here near where the 7 is, as there's rifts there. And the other one is just going to be rotating directly to the mountain with the grappler. So I'm going to go directly towards the mountain. Do note, if you shoot higher towards the trees, though you'll travel faster and further, the more likely it is for someone to shoot you and for you to take a large amount of fall damage. So if you want to swing low, you can, and do note also, if you slide while grappling, the grappler actually doesn't completely reset. It actually gives you a few seconds to when you can connect again. It can be pretty hard sometimes to connect to mountains, so if you do miss connecting that last shot, just rotate up the mountain. The side on which you have to rotate up from and Shifty is facing towards Shifty, so you have to jump on the other side. You can't approach it from any angle, but from here it's a pretty easy challenge to complete. Stage 2 is travel 500 meters in a single game. So for this challenge, you can't actually complete it while using a grappler or a car or any other like little hacks in between, as far as I'm aware. So what we are going to do is we're going to look at the map here and we're just going to mark a location far away. We can tell that's 600 meters away. So if I enable my auto run, as you see that I'm just moving my mouse to direct my person, I don't actually have to hold down any buttons on the keyboard. It should auto complete itself pretty much. And then I'm free to like browse TikTok on my phone or reply to messages and whatnot to complete this challenge the easiest way possible. Obviously, if you're on the outskirts of the map, you're less likely to get shot by someone. So I do recommend doing that. But if you're just playing out a few games normally and you've had to rotate in from the outside of zone, this one should complete naturally as well. I forgot to do a proper outro because of all of the bugs and everything, but if you could leave the video a like, rating, subscribe down below, I'd greatly appreciate it. Or if you could use my code ONY in the Fortnite item store, that's great as well. Do know I'm an epic partner, so I do make a percentage from this. Anyway, videos on how to complete the other challenges will be up the minute that they're patched, so keep an eye on the comment section down below, as that's where I'll be updating it, and I'll catch all you guys in the next quest video. Goodbye.